Hello. Yeah, boy, forgot to start a VTube studio. Me apologies. I said VTube. God damn it. Fuck off. Alrighty. It's booting up. It's booting up. Okay. Well, that's taking its goddamn time. Okay. So, I'm behind. Wednesday is when I'm gonna have my lore stream. Well, lore stream, but you get what I mean. 3.1 stream, right? And I haven't done Hypogeum Enigma. So we're gonna do that. Teleportation. What the fuck? Okay. Come on, camera. I believe in you. My face. Okay. Then I'm gonna put up. Oh. And if y'all are wondering why the Acheron main is running around this swoosh one, that would be because I'm short as fuck. It just fits, okay? I can admit when I have flaws. And it just fits. Hey, asshole, you almost had me fucking annihilated. Bitch. Hello, esteemed Outlander. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Okay. Hello, esteemed Outlander. Was that photo of Cashroom Kremnos helpful to you? 1 second. Sweet. I wish... Hold on. I wish the mouth tracking could see my mouth. Anyways. Yes, actually, surprisingly, it was extremely helpful. That's good to hear. I've always felt somewhat guilty towards you, so knowing I've been able to help eases my mind. Though Lady Aglaya has forbidden me from further exploring the world beyond the sky, my curiosity remains unabated. If you're interested, feel free to chat with me anytime. No. I'd be delighted to share my latest discoveries with you, esteemed Outlander. Sir, you're going to get this entire town nuked. I heard you're currently working on some kind of plan. Well, yes. I, Damionis, have discovered a superb business opportunity lying outside the city walls. Do you want to join in, hero? If we get our hands on it, we'll become trailblazers of a new era. Great fortune is this man. You got me in hot soup last time, asshole. Can you really blame me? I was just too excited back then. But no one's got into hot soup this time, because adventuring is what I do. Sir, you're gonna get us all killed. What's his name? You're gonna be the next Tepe. I'm calling it now. Diamonis is the next Tepe. I hear you're from a world beyond the sky, so you might not know this, but the Holy City used to span across far greater lands than what you see now. A long time ago, countless allied cities existed around Akama, in the same way Oryx's stars surround a dawn device. Akama was the true eternal city back then. People did not think of it as their city, but rather a motherly figure. When one stood atop the hill and looked outward, everyone could see what was our territory. Back then, the black tide raged stronger, and the area within the city walls became the only safe place, while all other regions gradually grew deserted. Are we going grave digging? You're not entirely wrong, but I'm more inclined to think we're going back to bring items that still have worth. When Nikador was still active, everything beyond the walls of the Holy City was living under the Mad King's shadow. The Great Spear even sent some states buried several feet into the ground. We're not going to reach those places for sure. His Titankins are beginning to die down now that you defeated the Mad King, making this the perfect time to go on an adventure. The ancient cities may be in utter ruin now, but I'm sure there's parts that managed to remain as they were. Say, places that have been buried underground. I found an underground palace beneath the ancient hypogeum around here a while ago. Just dig up those treasures and you can stay however long you want in the Holy City. Heck, you can even buy whatever you want there. Here. I don't... what's a hypogeum? A massive underground building complex that was likely used as a vault to store valuable items and safeguarded with defense mechanisms that may still be functioning. You want to go into a death trap, you fucker. In any case, our plan is simple. I'll lead the way, and you can sort through whatever mechanisms that remain. And when we finally get the treasures, we can split them 3-7. You're only taking 30% of treasures. Don't you want more? I'm getting 70. 30 is yours. Then I'm not going. I'll admit we can't do it without you, but the same goes for me. Let's both compromise and agree on an equal split. Alright. This is why I like working with people like you. I already have an ideal route around the city walls. Let's set off now. Let's go! Oh, fuck. This is a map I drew of the hypogeum. The rooms have... it is said the hypogeum goes very deep. We'll start exploring the shallower levels. Okay. Okay. What is this? Okay. I swear to God, if this has no lore relevance, I think I'll just do those side quests. With Daimus' guidance, you come to the Vassal City. Fuck you! We're here. Based on my previous scouting of the area, this should be the way into the Hypogeum. Yanis' power supposedly protected this place. It used to be a shelter used to resist the black tide, but years later... Sounds like a safe place. We're not gonna find anyone in here, right? Why would we? This place has been abandoned even before it could serve as a shelter. People later realized black tide does not retreat once it takes over a location, so even the most robust of shelters would not hold out for long. Rather than making themselves comfortable somewhere safe while waiting for death to claim them, they decided they should prevent this disaster from ever occurring. So it only stands that there is a high chance of finding valuable treasures in here, provided we can break its seal. It's the Tanagram again! You see the prophecy tablet. A creation of Oryx, the Time Titan. The containment mechanism is the very thing keeping this gate locked. It should actually be the authority of Yanis, but seeing as how close the 3 Titans of Fate were, I guess it makes sense for them to share their powers. Anyhow, as long as the tablet is active, we're not going to be making any progress. Since you're a hero who fought alongside the Chrysosairs, I assume it wouldn't be difficult for you to break the seal. I'll be waiting for your good news then. Okay.
document.
It's open. I knew I had to bring you along. I wouldn't have been able to open it on my own, because you're a dumbass. Alright. I have no idea what we're gonna encounter. We just walk through here in the spirit of adventure. Just the thought excites me. Didn't you draw the map already? I asked for help from Akila's priest, and I was able to use his prophecy and my personal expertise to briefly survey the area. However, if we want to know what's actually in each room, we'll have to find it ourselves. In any case, we better press on. I think I'm good. Exit. Okay. So, this is more of a little, it's not really, I think I was spoiled by fucking, what's it called? The war dance. Because, like, now I assume all the events have lore that I need to have recorded. Like, I regret not recording the war dance. But, no. That's not what's happening here. So, instead of doing this, we will do the side quests, which do in fact have lore. Where to? Disquieting dream. Hold on, let's see if there's like a guide in here. Okay. So, okay, it looks like these three are the ones to go for. Alright. Aglaya has sent word that there has been a disturbance in the Dromus workshop. There is no room for error at this critical moment. You know that the walls of the holy city are not stable. Time to go. See you later, Daimonis. I'll do your shit off stream. Where am I going? Oh. Abyss of Fate, Strife Ruins, Vortex of Genesis. Okay. Where is... Oh, it's over here. Okay. There's another side quest, but we're not doing that one. We'll do this one first. It's the first in the order. Right, yes. I am short and therefore... Hold on. What the fuck? Dromus post account board. Maybe I should read that one? Hold on. I'm gonna have to read these eventually. Dromus post board account. Account board. Oh, fuck me. Okay, we were meant to be celebrating the beginning of the month of every day. Turns out that we've already spent all of our public funding. Do you know nothing about saving? I'm starting an account to record this month. Every payment is going to be written out clearly. Like calendar year 5930, month of joy. Money. That's not how you keep a record, you idiots. A Dromus would be better accountant than you. Do you know how to categorize? And why is the soil so fucking expensive? Why is every batch a different fucking price? Boss, the soils are of different qualities. Go find a professional Earth Scout and sign an agreement for regular deliveries. That will save money. Don't keep buying batch by batch like fools. Record the soil prices once at the end of every month from now on, okay? Okay. Earth Scout, yellow, red, black, Dromus, payments for egg supervision. That's more like it. Just keep doing it like this. If there's no changes next month, just write same. Okay. Earth Scout fees are a little high. Find a cheaper one. Boss, there are no cheaper ones. No one is willing to do the work with the black tide around. Alright, leave it as is for now. Same as last month, except for the Dromus harness did not need renovating. Donation to the Priest of Georius is a donation absolutely necessary. It is, boss. I mean, could you not donate less? We can't, boss. Fine. The big guys need benediction of Georius, so we have to pay what is required. If we don't have enough budget, then we'll ask the Council of Elders. Alright. Light month, year 4,930, month of reaping. Same as last month, soil prices are different. Red soil, yellow soil, black soil, dark red soil. Donation to the Priest of Aquila. What is dark red soil? Why do you have to give a donation to the Priest of Aquila? Boss, the Earth Scout said the dark red soil is a new type of soil. It's very rare and expensive. Let me see. That is just fucking red soil! You brain dead fools! Find another Earth Scout immediately. What about the donation? The priest said the land and the sky are one. We live in the holy city of Kefali. We should make equal donations to both. Gods, you guys infuriate me! From now on, you are not permitted to make donations to priests of any faith. Do you understand? But what if? There is no what if. Forget it. I can't trust you anymore. I'll do my own account next month. Light year, calendar year 4930, month of weaving, Earth Scout fees, soil price, 4 types total, Memorial Palace repair costs, inviting a Grove Scholar to give a lecture, not included in calculation. My mistake. I forgot to keep an eye on the troublesome one, and it went and charged a hole in the wall through a hole in the wall of Memorial Palace. As for you lot, I paid a huge price to invite a Grove Scholar to come teach you about scam awareness. No more falling for schemes and scams. At least the new Earth Scout seems reliable. Like calendar year, 4930, month of strife. Earth Scout and soil prices are unchanged. New soil basket, herbal medicine for 5 dromuses, a ritual of Circes, and a sale of dromus horns. Month of strife is upon us again. Half the dromuses are sick. Fortunately, we are pre-prepared. Let's hope they recover quickly. Alright. Month of mourning. Earth Scout unchanged. Soil amount doubled. Soil prices doubled. Hoof trimming tools. Final payment paid to Grand Craftsman. Saddle renovations, 15 items, bard hiring fee, assignment deposit, snacks for Lady Treby, wishing you a smooth trip. I'm sorry, what? What happened? Excuse me? Why is Treby snacks on the... Okay. Anyways.
As divined.
Alright, what did we do? Citizens, we have seen it too. It was this Outlander. Hi. That's my beloved bossman. That my beloved bossman would exhibit such major mood swings, refusing to receive guests for days on end. It's trickery of this outlet. What did I do? Slander. I only petted it lightly. Who knew your dromuses would be so timid? Lightly. My dromuses are sacred beasts blessed by Georius. They are nigh priceless. Like boss man here. It loses its appetite when frightened. Without food, it won't have the strength to carry people. If it doesn't work, I'll lose much more money in a day. And look at these beautiful scales. They're a little shabby, but when did this scratch appear? You must have done something with your grubby hands. That was there to begin with. Stop making excuses. No one touched it beside you that day. You'll pay for my losses. Those who have just arrived, worry not, for I shall reiterate the story once more. In recent times, Bossman has been unusually lazy. I noticed something amiss and personally stood guard by the cage. Guess who I caught red-handed? This Outlander. He would come here every day to get close to Bossman and pinch it violently. My heart bleeds for its abuse. I was massaging it. I noticed something was off about his behavior, surmising that it was overworked and wanted to ease its pain. An owner like you, working your beast of burden to the bone without a day off, even mountain dwellers would be hard-pressed to keep up. How we rear our livestock in Akama is not dictated by an ignorant outlander such as you. Are you disrespecting our customs? That's right. I don't know much about dromuses, but this outlander is overstepping his boundaries. Yeah, that one might be a remnant of Zagreus' worshippers. Look at them sneaking about. Hear that? According to our laws, you have 2 choices. Resolve this with compensation, or I'll see you in court. But I have no money. Don't blame me then. Where are the guards? It's time to earn your keep. Fuck it. You wish to pay compensation for him, but how will that teach him a lesson? Lord Leoder, the suggestion from this last came from a place of goodwill. If you really do accept it, being overly compassionate would be only your fault. As the conflict gradually reaches a breaking point, a geezer... Oh, hi, old man. Hold on. As the conflict gradually reaches a breaking point, a geezer emerges from the crowd. And you are? I'm just an ordinary geriatric. Lord Lil Utter? Lil Utter? It's fucking Socrates? I don't care what it says. It's fucking Socrates. I reckon you must have knowledge of the matter from your confident poise. I have a few questions regarding these pack beasts. Not only the dromuses, I also know my merchandise like the back of my hand. Ask away. As the guardian of these dromuses, what is the most commonly known characteristic of Georius? Do you even need to ask? It's earnest hardship, tenacity, and a thick hide. Socrates. Then how should dromuses blessed by Georius be manifested? The same way, obviously. On this note, everyone may be asking a question. If this dromus here was blessed by a titan, how could such a tough creature have a scratch on its scales? I hazard to guess this. When the city was attacked, the Mad King's kin wrought destruction along the streets, causing damage to many dromuses. The scars on its scales are a testament to its glory, but as a servant of the earth, mud covering its scar, preventing anyone from noticing. Till that gentleman gave it a massage, causing the mud on its scales to be kneaded off, and thus was the scar revealed. How ludicrous! You think your outrageous rhetoric will acquit him of having to compensate me? If you didn't like that, there are other theories as well. That the Stromus wasn't blessed at all, and it's just unusually frail, or the scar wasn't even made by the gentleman to begin with. I believe Lord Lil Utter is most aware of the truth. You are free to choose your explanation no matter which one it may be. Fine. I'm not pursuing this matter today. Just don't let me catch that outlander doing anything funny. The conflict was resolved way too quickly. The crowd was engrossed in gossipy discourse, some lauding of the geezer's glibness, others sorry to see the drama end so soon. Mister, thank you so much. Alright, you run along quickly. Don't give anyone else a reason to speak ill of you, even if you did nothing wrong. The flustered outlander, something. Damn. Fuck. Don't be in a hurry to leave, young friend. I still have something to say. My name is Socrates, the most witless geezer in all of Akama, and the most devoted seeker of knowledge. Your support of the outlander left a deep impression on me. Kind souls are rare in most cities. I will stand in. I just wanted to pit my wits against him. I merely did what I had to. We have no choice. I just wanted to pit my wits against him, if I'm being completely honest. A person's true thoughts are often revealed in the form of jokes. I believe it necessary for us to have a deeper conversation. This former Eternal City has always been generous in opening its door to outsiders. But as the black tide approaches, the goodwill of the people's hearts may slowly give way to misgivings. It's a long story. We should look for a place to speak about this more comfortably. How about the Memorial Palace Baths? I'm a privileged patron there. If you don't mind, I'll go run a bath first. If you could take a look around, the citizens are still mulling over what just happened. You might hear something of interest. 1 second, let me adjust my mic. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Meet Socrates in the Memorial Palace. Listen in on citizen discussion. I'm game for gossip. Hold on, let me swap to Evil Team. Alright. Gossip. Child, it's good to be thrifty. Hold on, let me collect this. Vet's handwritten notes. Here we go. Lucretia the veterinarian's precious notes, scribbled with every sliver of her knowledge regarding Dromus care. Light calendar year 4000, month of gate. I had decided to record the recent unusual behavior of the Dromuses. Perhaps one day these logs will help me understand what happened to them. I'm deeply vexed as a vet. Never have I seen such symptoms. Even the medical journal's grandfather left me did not record such an occurrence. Behavioral observations. 1. Strange cries during the curtain fall hour. The tone is higher than usual, closer to the sound of an ancient horn makes, like sobbing. Durations are inconsistent, lasting for a few moments to the entire curtain fall hour. They will respond to one another in most cases, forming some sort of rhythm. During their wails, their eyes instinctively gaze in the direction of the horizon. Anomalous movement. Caravan report many instances of dromeses abruptly stopping. They will stamp on the ground in place, digging at the ground with their forepaws as if they're looking for something. Sometimes they will refuse to move until curtain fall hour passes. What is worth paying attention to is the behavior occurs mostly in locations far away from Akama. Physical status. 1. Compared to previous measurements, body temperature has increased by 3 to 5 degrees. Faster heartbeat rate increased 7 to 10 times per minute. Appetite is normal, but changed preference to certain ores, exhibiting an unusually high desire for ores deep in the earth. 2. Environmental reactions. Refusal to get close to sandbats that they usually so love. More sensitive to ground tremors. Display depressive behavior when nearing mountains or precipices. But what is strange is they frequently touch the ground with their horns and forepaws, like they can hear something. The most evident change is their attitude towards certain venues. I've noticed their eyes become more glazed and skittish. It reminds me of the ancient fable grandfather used to tell me during the era Kirtura. When Georgius roused from slumber for the first time, the dromeses would exhibit similar symptoms. But that is an ancient tale. It couldn't be coincidence, could it? Social behavior. There is some comfort. Their affection for humans has not waned. They still allow caretakers to touch and groom their fur. They cozy up with humans even more than usual, seeking out human warmth. Especially during curtain fall hour, they will gather in the vicinity of their caretakers. Treatment attempts. Increase daily massage frequency to help them relax. Increase dosage of calming herbs in their drinking water. Change their sand bath method, directly splashing their bodies with sand. Try using music to soothe their nerves. Currently applied measures have not had visible effects. It leads to my increasing suspicion as to whether or not their erratic behavior is caused by illness. Deductions. I have begun to contemplate the audacious deduction. Could some innate instinct be awakening within them? Dromeses are blessed gifts bequeathed unto us by Georgius after all. Their connection to this land is unfathomable. A few days ago, I perused some ancient texts about the origin of dromeses. According to these records, they were spawned from Georgius' spine. If that's true, their perception of this great land could far surpass our imagination. Sorry, Tachi, I was trying to finish this, but yeah, thanks for popping in and saying hello before you head to bed. Great to see you. Okay. Follow-up. Continue detailed records of their behavioral change. Seek the opinions of some scholars researching Titan history. Attempt to ascertain the time patterns of their abnormal behavior. Collect related reports from more caravans. Addendum. Earlier today, I saw the oldest Dromes standing alone in a corner, emitting a low wail. Its eyes reminded me of the strange phenomenon before the black tide arrived. I began to seriously consider maybe we shouldn't treat their abnormal behavior as some kind of sickness, but try to understand it with an open mind, the message they are trying to tell us. That y'all are fucked! Anyways, sorry. If you're still here, this is what a Dromes is. Look at these little babies. Look at them. They're just chilling. They're just sleepy babies. Anyways, gossip. I'm here for gossip. Why did this matter have to have a happy ending? Who will fill up the hole of boredom within me now? I mean, have you considered joining a tavern? What's that? A place where Phagos's disciplines congregate? I'm not interested. I just wanted to see Outlanders make a fool of themselves. Some among them like to test the law's patience. Take me, for example. I have a bakery. It doesn't earn much most days, but I make ends meet. It started 2 weeks ago. There would be Outlanders standing by the entrance when I closed up, hoping that I would offer them any unsold bread. I didn't think much of it at first, but the people who could afford them caught wind of this. So they also came by to take advantage of my kindness. Everyone ended up wanting free bread. My business suffered. Could you just not have offered any to those citizens? If I didn't, they would call me a miserly, offering bread to Outlanders but refusing my countrymen. Business would be worse then. Do you want that business? Outrageous. Can't these guys just find a job and pay for their own bread? I want to kick you in the balls. That's what I want to do. Hello. What are these Outlanders doing, being so hardworking? They're even willing to work for Dromuses free of charge. I also want to massage the back of Dromuses. You have an odd hobby that raises some brows. That's nothing like these Outlanders who are brimming with vigor. So you're jealous. There weren't many Outlanders who came to the Holy City in the past, so the Council of Elders agreed to let them to enter in batches. Who would have thought that these ruffians were so exceptional? They had only 2 conditions while looking for a job: food and lodging. You didn't even have to pay them for their work. I don't know, food and lodging seems like I'm mind-boggled, but okay. No business owner in their right mind would hire any locals for such an affordable staff. I can't work for no pay. Why don't you make your own stall? Easier said than done. The marker's only so big. How many more stalls can it hold? I don't know. How many more of you fucking chucklefucks are stuck in this city like this? Anyways, the Council of Elders is already discussing the Outlander problem. We can wait for official word before acting. I don't... Independent thinking citizen. That old man sure has a silver tongue. It's not the first time Lil Uder has tried to make things difficult for Outlanders. That backfired on him as well. The next time drawing of lots ends, he'll probably still be struggling for a while. That'll be a funny sight to see then. Drawing lots? What lots? To enter the city. The Holy City has taken in so many people, and accommodation and other resources are limited, especially after Nikador's attack. We can't turn them away, of course, so if the Outlanders wish to enter the city, they'll have to draw lots to qualify. But Lady Treby brought back a group of Janus priests some days ago. They didn't have to draw lots to enter the city. Talented individuals are a precious commodity in times of need. The situation in the city is complicated. Everyone has their fair share of arguments. The citizens are locked in bickering, and the Council of Elders will likely reserve judgment for now. A word of advice. Learning to think for yourself is essential, just like me. Fair enough, man. Wait. Where's the palace? I always forget where the fucking palace is. Hold on. Where are you fuckers? Okay. Alright. I need to fix chat. I need to put that on my to-do list. Oh my goodness. Alright. Where's this old man? Old man! Let's go in the jacuzzi. It's you, young friend. Come on down. The water is just right. Only hop. Can I not go down? Can I not go down? I got a complete grasp of the situation. Is that so? Your actions are worth commending them. There was once a sage who said, public opinion cannot be heard with only one ear. How about listening to what I've gathered? Alright. Where should I begin? How about we start with you? I hear Nikador's brethren were running rampant in the city when you first arrived in Akama. Before the attack arrived, an occasional outlander seeking refuge would come here for shelter. Their cities had been razed to the ground, and they could not survive long in the wasteland. And now, the number of refugees seeking protection in the Holy City is rising. because you have defeated Nikodor, you made the journey to Akuma much safer. You mean I caused this problem? Don't think of it like that. Future events cannot be predicted, and to these Outlanders, it's the most welcome news. Resources during disasters are scarce, and Akuma can't take in too many Outlanders. Welcoming everyone will only plunge the city into chaos. Right now, most of these Outlanders have been situated in a shelter far away from the city walls. The conditions are much better than the wastelands, with city guards protecting the place, but it will never grant them the sense of security akin to their homes. So the Council of Elders came up with a temporary solution, to allow only a small number of Outlanders into the city, deciding by drawing lots. This method may be unfair to those who object, but the Council has rigged the process to select the useful ones. Strong men who have mastery over special skills and proficiency in heavy labor stand the highest chances, while old folk with children in tow the lowest, even if they require more assistance. How about no one gets allowed in? That's most fair. Hardly sounds fair. Alas, there is no evidence to prove this sorting really exists. Even the citizens think that this is an authority of the host city. We have a right to decide who we help. Akuma's resources are limited, but there's enough to aid most of the Outlanders. The real question is, are we willing to pay the price? If a group of strangers was starving at the gates, they could live with a mouthful of food. Akuma would be more than capable of saving them, but you and I have one fewer bite. One fewer bite of an apple. I like apples. An apple keeps the doctor away. Then, are you willing to relinquish an apple on your table in exchange for a stranger's survival? Any number of apples to save a life. The most noble answer. I knew you possessed a precious kind soul, but we cannot force all citizens to make the same choice. The answers to this question incurred further discord. The city's people are locked in verbal conflict to this day. How I see it, at least, is that Akuma should be tolerant. Even if we can't save everyone, we should embrace kindness and provide resources for others to live on. Because a true resource is people. A city without her people is a vessel without fine brew, unable to stand steadfast against violent gales. I mean, yeah, that's absolutely fair. Who knows? I fear only Ornyx's miracle may be able to give an answer. During your loud discourse, a youngster has surreptitiously sidled to the edge of the bath. Master, what are you doing here? I had a hard time finding you. I have news for you. Oh, it's you, Palatine. Is it Palatine? Fuck! I have good news first. Unfortunately, I only have bad tidings. An Outlander group arrived at the city gates not long ago. They did not attempt to enter the city. Their course was set directly for the Abyss of Fate instead. Their circumstances are unknown right now. Socrates is silent for a moment, as if contemplating a conundrum that his student threw his way. The Abyss of Fate. Isn't it extremely dangerous there? Why did they not head for the Council of Elders' shelter? I don't know. Perhaps they have a conflict of fate with Akuma, just like the priests of Noldus. Good thing you're here, young friend. How about we survey this situation personally? Might I trouble you to come along with us? I'd be happy to help, honestly. You're the most forthright. I must treat you to a meal when we return to Akuma. I'm ready, Master. Let's set off.
Aren't you coming in to have fun?
No, you fucker. Yes, Sushong, I know who Yanqing is. Fuck. Okay. That's not it. Abyss of Fate. Back to Yanisopolis. What air? What air? Whoop. Let us go. Master, look! Those things! Though expected, the Mad King's kin are admittedly resilient. Paladin, stay in a safe place, young friend. I'll be counting on you to watch my back. Oh, yeah, let's fucking go! Master, you knew martial arts all along. No, I seized the chance to rally those refugees so they would keep calm. Get away from me! Alrighty, let's fucking fight! You all hurry to the
How
temple.
about letting the enemy strike first?
Fuck me. Okay. Alright.
More seasoned.
Hold on, let me put the volume on the game down a bit.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Don't
I
fucking
weep for the
touch me.
departed. It too shall fall.
Bitch. Oof. Master, these people, they're not doing well. Some of them were already injured before they got here. Indeed, and from the looks of them, they haven't had a proper meal for a while. Who's in charge here? A woman holding a child emerges from the crowd. Thank you so much, especially this gray-haired hero. How can we ever repay you? That can wait. Why didn't you go to the Holy City designated shelter? There are sentries garrisoned there. It's much safer than here. I overheard the guards before talking about Droma's workshop incident, drawing lots, resource allocation. I didn't dare ask them to clarify. I think the burden on the Holy City is heavy enough. Even if we begged the guards to let us in, it would only add to their troubles, and in the end, it would lead to an unpleasant situation. If that's the case, we might as well look for a nearby place to rest our feet, to see if we can fend for ourselves. Who would have thought? Mama, will we die? I'm sorry. Jesus Christ! No, it won't happen as long as Mama's around. But Uncle Anthony and Sister Aisha, they really look like they're going to die. Jesus fucking Christ, kid, okay? My tummy's hungry. Didn't you say we'd have something to eat once we got to the Holy City? When will we get there? Fuck! The woman crouches and holds her child tight, tears streaming down the corner of her eyes. Socrates softly clears his throat and pulls you to the side. Sorry. I genuinely had to clear my throat. Ugh. Fuck me. Anyone who suffered so much hardship would find it difficult to keep their emotions in check. Best to give them some space. The Outlander situation is much worse than I imagined. If we keep turning a blind eye, they will at best survive a week. That is, if they aren't attacked by wild beasts first. It's a tragedy. How can we help them? It would be hard to bring them directly to the city, so we can only provide supplies for them. I have an idea about that. The Holy City shelter is only a half-day trek away from the city walls. There are guards there, so it will be safer. It's just the way these refugees are now. Getting there would be difficult. They haven't much food to begin with, and the last attack has left them in urgent need of medical supplies. We can provide them with these two for now. When the wounded are healed, we can escort them to the shelter. Teacher, all the medicine is now considered wartime supplies. Distribution is under strict control. Most people won't even be able to buy any. I know. I will think of a way to guarantee their survival at the very least. The good news is, food isn't strictly regulated. You could easily get enough food to feed these people for a week at Memorial Market. I suggest we split up. Paladin and I will secure the medicine, while our young friend buys some food back, after which we will reconvene here. Do I really need to come along? I was thinking of doing the procurement with this gray-haired hero. I need a helper. Remember my instructions last month? I'm getting old. There are many things I need help for. If there comes a day when I haven't the strength to walk a step further, you have to take my mantle and carry on guiding the people of Akama. As you wish, teacher. Well then, before we set out, is there anything our young friend wants to say? Leave it to me, old man. Thank you, young friend. I really appreciate you accompanying me on my errands. When this is all over, I have to thank you in earnest. Didn't you say you were going to treat her to a meal? Don't forget my share. Well met. That man looks like a fucking scrawny-ass, Twinkie Clark Kent.
It's still early. Where to now?
Hello, give me food. We meet again, my adorable friend. Any fruit to eat? I want to create a food. Not fruit and vegetables, but food? You sure know how to create a quandary for me, little friend. But this won't vex me at all. Just wait a while. Demetria laughs, enters her house. When she returns, several large baskets are hanging off her arms. They're so big, you're wondering how she's even carrying them. Besides fruit and vegetables, there's also meat, bread in this basket. As for their quality, you can only vouch for their mediocrity. After parading them in front of you, Demetria sets the baskets back behind the counter. She's probably tired from having to carry them. What about it, little one? If you wish, I'll sell them to you for 4,000 balance coins. The shop's price and quality are acceptable. If I want a middling option, this is it. I'll take a look around. No worries, take all the time you want. Okay. Hello, Kairos. What would you like to eat? Local specialties or something more outlandish that has been lost to time? I want to create a food. Great. That means I'll have to flaunt my reserve stock then. Don't worry, the food here in Akima's finest. Even if it's not, it's pretty up there. Kairos waves his hand, and from the room, his helpers carry several ceramic vases containing food. It is as he said, they look delicious. Lush fruit, vegetables on a platter, aromatic soup fresh from the oven, fine brew emanating intoxicating fragrance. Each and every item is world class, made with culinary intricacy. What do you think? I told you I'd give Akima's finest. It will cost me quite a bit. 8,000. Top notch, price reflects it. You know what? Yeah. This is the right amount. Hold on, I'll help you pack some food. If you don't mind me asking, why are you asking? Take a guess. Feels off. No matter. It has nothing to do with me. You must remember to lie back in your chair and eat them in order. Recycled? Hello. My leg. Is it still there? I can't seem to feel it. Hang in. Our leader's trying to help. You'll get better soon. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Okay. Hello. Hi. We're gonna reach the Holy City. I want to eat baked apple pie. We're almost there. Hello. I'm the Holy City. Here you go. You hand over ceramic vases. Fuck. You hand over ceramic vases. The food in them is exquisite, as if radiating flavorful light. This is such a bountiful spread. Is this really for us? I'm not dreaming, am I? Mama, there's apple pie! I want it! Ugh, there's plenty of food more delicious than baked apple pie in here. Why fuss over a pie? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are a hero and a savior. I'll give them out to our companions right now. We'll definitely repay this favor, though we have no money. If you ever need us, just give us the word and we will be more than happy to help. Darling, say thank you to this kind lady. Ayo! Grab... The girl grabs the biggest, freshest apple in one of the vases and thrusts it into your hand with a smile. Miss, you should have the biggest one. If you don't mind, how about having a meal with us? While everyone revels in their joy, a figure hurriedly rushes over. The mother and child tactfully excuse themselves. Grave news! Master, he needs medicine. Check it? Catch your breath. See, look, he looks like fucking Clark Kent. Anyways, okay, I'm calm. You have to listen carefully. The beginning, Master said he wanted a way to get the medicine, but I had to be the one to transport it out of the city. He directed me to an alley and told me to return the medicine from him when a quint had passed. There was still some time, so I decided to find something to eat. When I was done, it was almost action hour. I dashed out of the shop and headed towards the alley. I didn't get far. I saw Master walking with 3 guards. He wasn't cuffed, but I knew from his expression he wasn't with them out of choice. I tailed the guards and found them. They detained Master on the upper levels of the Memorial Palace. There were a lot of people there. I couldn't get close, so I hurried back to discuss a plan with you. I did find the medicine in the alley after all. What a curious turn of events. You ever thought about how the medicine got here? Master bade me to retrieve the medicine from the alley, and then he was arrested by them. Don't tell me. There must be a misunderstanding. You're the hero who fought alongside the crisis heirs. You have to explain Master's case to them. I'm sure the guards will listen. I'll try. Palatine takes out the medicine pouch and gives it to the wounded. Socrates has been captured. A misunderstanding is not beyond possibility, but it'd be better if I asked him in person. Palatine said he's being detained in the upper floors of the Memorial Palace. He shouldn't be hard to find. Alrighty. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, guys. Time to bust an
It's
old
still
man out of...
early.
Oh!
Where to now?
Look at the babies! Oh my god! Alright. Boop. No. Ah! Hold it. What are you doing? I'm here to see the prisoner you detained. It's an Outlander hero who fought alongside the 2 crisis heirs. My apologies. I can bend the rules for a short visit for an esteemed guest. I will inform you when your time is up. Alright, old man. What'd you steal? What the fuck? Oh, I need one of those. Hey, Socrates. The room's layout is quite cozy. There are no bars nor restraining devices. A modicum of respect has been left for whoever gets detained here. Hey. You're here, young friend. Socrates' eyes are somewhat avoidant, as if he's reluctant to have you see him in this state. Palatine said you were caught by the guards. He wasn't lying. As for the reason I was caught, even if I said nothing, I'm sure you can guess the gist of it. To help those Outlanders secure medicine, I slipped into the Holy City supply warehouse. It is theft. I understand very well I was committing a crime. As for how it ended, it was simply my just deserts. As to whether it was worth it, my only regret is that I didn't manage to transport more medicine out of the city into the hands of those who need it. I'm sorry for disappointing you. I may have to renege on my promise to treat you to a meal. What are you going to do now? According to the Holy City's laws, they'll have me stand trial. There's a high chance they won't be lenient. The price must be paid for doing the right thing, even more so for an ambiguously moral act like mine, conducted to sate my own savior complex. I'm ready to accept its consequences. Before the final moment arrives, my only wish is to eat another apple. Apples are my favorite fruit. An apple keeps the doctor away. 'Tis a pity we didn't get to know each other better. Otherwise, I would surely discuss the wonderful flavor of apples with you, along with many other matters. Yeah, I'm giving him an apple. Like, you actually have an apple on you. This is one of the 10 essential idiosyncrasies among the sages. You learn fast. Thank you. I will have no regrets now. Socrates gleefully crunches. I'm going to kick someone's balls off. Socrates gleefully crunches down an apple. When he's halfway through eating, the cell's guards come in. Visiting time is over. Outlander hero, it's time to leave. Alright. What fate is in store for him? It's not up for me to decide. The public court will handle him. According to Socrates, he trespassed on the Holy City's warehouse, all to help a group of wounded Outlanders. We have already dispatched people to investigate. This may affect his sentencing. The trial will be held at the Catholic Plaza in 3 days. We also invite you to attend to witness the justice of the Holy City's laws. 3 days later. Alright, fellow citizens, order. Elder Etro. I am Elder Etro from Dawn Cloud, a priest of Talanton. I am presiding over this trial representing the will of the Council of Elders. The reason we are gathered here today is that a dearly respected public speaker, Socrates, trespassed on the Holy City's warehouse and committed theft. According to the law, theft is a crime punishable by imprisonment, but in light of the motive of this case, it cannot be so easily judged based on precedent. And so, per the tradition we uphold, we have opened the public court for everyone present to be judged. May Talanton's justice be with us. The citizens' applause rises in crescendo in response to the opening of this case, till the elder gestures for the clapping to cease. The controversy in this case lies in the fact that Socrates risked his own well-being to help a group of wounded outlanders. However, is this enough reason for his sentence to be reduced or even acquitted? To my right, the prosecution's representative and owner of a warehouse, the wealthy Lil Utter. He believes that punishment should be harsh to prevent future supplies from leaving the city. To my left, the defendant's representative and student of accused, Scholar Paladin. He believes that the sentence should be light considering the actions of the accused saved many lives. Both parties have submitted their documents. Before the trial starts, any citizens have any questions? As the sinner, I request to say a few words to everyone present. You old fart! You were caught red-handed, and you're still trying to charm your way out of this. Little Utter man. Utter. Socrates has the right to speak. Thank you, Elder Etro. Socrates clears his... Wait! Socrates! Plato! Who died and made Plato... Oh, God. Okay, anyways. Socrates clears his throat, his eyes mirroring the Dromus ensnared in swampy mud. When a creature is on the verge of death, its eyes are not one of wrath, but wet with tears. In the golden age long past, we were once divided as city-states, separate from one another. In the warring age, not so long past, we again divided ourselves as city-states, which became the reason for our battles. I'm sure everyone is aware of this stretch of history. But the black tide does not discriminate between cities. In its eyes, we are all humans, insignificant existences. In the present day, there are no more cities left. Their names, that which we are also familiar, scattered to the winds. Which is why, in reality, Outlanders don't exist. Which city do they hail from? A question posed before us is merely about whether we want to help a group of people who need it. As for my crime, precious time need not be spent on it. I can accept punishment, but I only hope that everyone will take a chance to discuss the current question with clarity. What stance exactly does the Holy City take when it comes to the underprivileged? Where exactly are we leading the Eternal City? That is all. Thank you, Elder Etro, again, for this chance. Now then, before the trial starts, do any citizens present have any questions? I'm curious. How does our gray-haired guest view the situation? As a hero who fought alongside the Chrysosers, your thoughts may be of crucial import. Sup? Yeah, I have some opinions. Let my mans free. During the turmoil that occurred in the Dromus workshop, I chose to support the Outlander, and thus gained Socrates' appreciation. Later, Socrates invited me to discuss this. I professed my sympathies toward the Outlanders at the Bath and Memorial Palace. After that, we once again met in the Abyss to help outsiders who needed aid, and there I brought Outlanders some luxurious meals. From what I did, I think my standpoint is pretty obvious. You raise your head, meeting Socrates' gaze of respite, as if saying, young friend, stay true to your heart. Support Scholar Paladin's defense. I support Scholar Paladin's point. Mistakes incurred from saving lives should not solely be judged as a crime. I once saw those Outlanders with my own eyes, and they are indeed in dire danger. If it was not for Socrates securing medicine for them, the consequences would have been unimaginable. In light of this reason, I believe that he's not fucking guilty! The sentencing should be suspended. Master wasn't wrong about you at all. Get fucked, bitch! Gray hair, you're supposed to be an Outlander hero who must have something grandiose to say before the people. I never figured you to be a jabbering troublemaker. Representative Lil'Utter, if you have objections, please respond to her without contempt. Everyone knows theft is a crime, let alone selling regulated goods to Outlanders. How can this be considered a benevolent act? There should be another charge slapped on top of his crime. If it were up to me, Socrates would be executed? That'll set an example for potential criminals. Fuck you! Lil'Utter, it is not your place to pursue personal vengeance. Everyone knows you've always hated Master, all because he thwarted your petty attempt to frame the Outlanders. I only have Akima's best interest at heart. Otherwise, by the next entry hour, the Holy City's warehouse would be plundered clean. So many people present. Maybe I should appeal to the public's emotions. He stood to gain nothing from his act. It was his own ability that determined the theft's success. Honestly, listen. If theft is a crime, I hear the crisis heirs saw it their duty to gather the core flame and save the world. To declare a hunt against the Titans. Is what Socrates did any different from theirs? If stealing to save lives was such a heinous crime, why are you insinuating that the present Akama was built on injustice? If not, why are the crisis heirs heralded as heroes but Socrates as a criminal? Don't get it wrong, those Titans were either mired in madness or simply did nothing. That was what caused the devastation of life. The crisis heirs gathered the core flame to liberate the Titans and pave a possible path of survival for all mortals. It's perfectly justified. But we have our holy city's citizens mistreated the Outlanders? Have we harmed them? We merely turned them away at the city gates. The audience is engrossed in discussions. Scattered amongst them are disciples of other Titans, and Etro, someone embarrassed by the subject, struggles to find his voice. Both parties regarding the crisis heirs and Titans may be too sensitive to discuss. It would be best not to pursue this line of reasoning. Ugh. I'll take a step back and assert this. If Socrates really overcome with compassion and unwilling to further witness the Outlander's plight, why not use his own assets? Even if he donated his entire fortune, that would be his personal freedom to do so. But he should not have taken property that belongs to the people. Akima's property is only for the people of Akama. I suggest you learn from Kefali's virtues, you asshole. If that's what you say, why did Kefali carry the sun? He doesn't need sunlight. He had nothing better to do. You ever gave a second thought about this? If everyone is as selfish as you, who would bear the burden of the dawn? How would Akama even become the eternal city? This point strikes true and draws blood. Heads gradually turn toward the dawn device in the distance, and Kefali, who supported the dawn on their shoulders through sheer will, their spirit is truly worth emulating. You can't expect everyone to perform such ridiculous feats. Admit it, you're the only one who can't live up to that ideal. Fine, let's change the subject. We can do that, can't we? Everyone knows the Holy City's resources are limited. They can't be expended unnecessarily. Socrates gave our wealth to Outlanders. That will surely impact the living standards of our own citizens. In the war against the Black Tide, mercy is a useless quality. To safeguard our lives, we must not show mercy to Socrates or his Outlander friends. You're not afraid of Outlander? Give him a taste of destruction! Okay. Well. Do not mistake the enemy's identity. Oh, fuck. You mean the Outlanders are enemies too? Should we be united against them, against external threats, to fend off the Black Tide together? The Outlanders did not attack the city, but they also did not partake in its defense. Akuma survived because her citizens, no Outlander should deserve to reap her blessings. Upon hearing that they might be taken advantage of by Outlanders, the present crowd gets riled up. They hoot and holler in support of Lil Utter, oblivious to the fact that they might just be the ones reaping said blessings. Ouch. I hope I can do this again. Okay, we'll do this again. We'll do it again! The final syllable drops. Elder Etro stretches his hand to halt Lil Utter's subsequent elaboration. The citizens recall the exchange that just happened, indignation aflame within them. Before realizing it, you've replaced Paladin as defense attorney, but failed to garner the support of the majority. The discussion is concluded. Please cast your vote. Before we conclude, may I add a few words? Aglaya. Hello, Elder Etro. I hope I'm not too late. Aglaya's appearance spurs the spectators once more. Few civil cases catch the attention of the Chrysos heirs. Everyone's earlier discussions have conveyed to me through the golden threads riding the winds. At such a critical time, instead of arguing over whether the holes in a garment are right or wrong, perhaps we should consider how we should mend them instead. Failing to punish Socrates, it would be unjust to the people and the law. But if the punishment is too harsh, it will cause the holy city to be seen as cold and tyrannical. Therefore, to strike the fair balance between the two, the best choice is... assign him community service? Honored guest has offered some good ideas. Following her thoughts, I would like to offer compromise to citizens. Socrates will be exempt from imprisonment. As an alternative, he'll be assigned to work at the refugee shelter as a form of exile. Additionally, he will have to bear the cost of replenishing the medical supplies. To some citizens, such a punishment would be more daunting than spending time in prison, so there's no need to worry about others following suit. This is all I have to add. Everyone, please begin voting. Wait, hold on. I still have a question. How do you intend to deal with that bunch of Outlanders? A faint smile crosses Aglaya's face, as if she was anticipating the question all along. The fate of the Outlanders does not lie with me nor the Council of Elders, but its citizens. If you support them, offering a helping hand. If you oppose them, speak directly. Even if you are not connected by golden threads, expressing one's mind shouldn't be too hard. Just like this old one, his stance is clear. His actions indeed made an impact. Some benefited, while others faced punishment. If every citizen was like him, with a clash of wisdom and will, a clear path would emerge. Now, it's time to declare your stance. Please continue, Elder Etro. Then, citizens, please raise your hand to vote. 60% support Socrates' exile. The guards escort the old man away. He and his student quickly pack their belongings and leave the holy city. The citizens of the plaza start to scatter, and people digesting what happened. In what direction should the city head towards? No one seems to have an answer. At the very least, it heads towards tomorrow. Damn! I heard your entire speech, honored guest. Perhaps you're more suited in the debate arena than I imagined. But participating in such a debate has risks. Public opinion is like an open flame, and no one can predict where it will be directed. What happened to the Outlanders at the Abyss? The guards of the Holy City escorted all the Outlanders who could be found. Of course, they were not brought into the city walls, but to the shelter. It is the greatest mercy I can offer. And the Outlander situation? I expressed it quite clearly in court. Thus, some words cannot be exposed to the light of day. The resources of the Holy City are limited. This truth cannot be changed by our attitudes. Akuma cannot help everyone. As long as there is a threat of the Black Tide, this tragedy will not cease. Hence, we have to hunt down all the chloroflames. All right. Indeed, honored guests, we have much to do. Farewell. Whew! I don't think I have time for another quest, so I'm going to end it here. Just a nice 1 hour stream. I'll probably do the same tomorrow if I can log in before the patch starts to load, right? Otherwise, I'll probably just play Minecraft tomorrow and we'll see how it goes. You know what? We might as well, what I might as well do, since we're here and I do have some time left over, I'll do some story writing right here. Let's do Aglaia. Those flame chasing people, those forgotten stories as I've written. Seam of thread and cloth. Akama, a city that warriors look back upon before marching towards the battlefield. The holy city, a sanctuary of all its citizens. Just as the poets of the city have sung.
The epitome of magnificence, unbounded benevolence.
Ugh. And the beauty of the city holds like Aglaia herself, dressed in finery and of noble birth. She is the dressmaster of Akama, the one who weaves the golden threads.
But there's one thing she'll never be able to achieve. She will never be able to produce something seamless.
Okay. Gold threads quiver, and a gentle wind rustles by her ear. She maintains her silence, but others fan the flames. Is that so hard? Her scissors and rulers are better than any garment maker, sculpting forms as perfect as the gods themselves.
Lady Aglaia, grace our eyes with your most elegant creation.
Ingratiating words do not sit well with me, nor do duplicitous machinations.
Her gaze flits across the stoa, equally regarding every member of the public. They used to wonder, how exactly do her eyes perceive if something is beautiful or not? As with the holy city that's perpetually bathed in light, how do people tell apart cozy mornings and frosty nights? For the weaver, the answer lies in her golden threads. Golden threads of the goddess of romance now serve as her hands and eyes. The colors of the world intertwine with the undertones of human hearts come flooding toward her. These golden threads are no less prideful than the master they now belong to.
As long as the thread has form, it is enough to craft seamless finery.
Be it stitched finely or tightly, or cut cleanly with single stroke.
Hardly a challenge. None of these pose a challenge.
The rhyme rolls off like seams, like a soft sigh from the lips. The one who weaves gold gazes past me, fixed on something much farther, a network of threads that intertwine between the heaven and earth. The only challenge she relentlessly dedicated herself to is weaving the fate of Akama into a flawless, seamless outcome. A long line stretched across the square, merchants, shopkeepers, and high society elite, all lined up without distinction. At the head of the line was a path to Aglaia's abode, the holy city's fashion trendsetter, going to reveal her newest masterpiece.
She's about to get rid of her failed pieces!
Now I see why the holy city is free of worries. Even as the inn nears, they're still obsessed with lavish clothing.
New to Akama, a visitor from elsewhere ends up utterly bewildered by the sight. It is said that a family of priests who worship Monestia go way back with the weaver. But her impeccable gift for weaving isn't meant to serve anyone's pursuit for pleasure. What was once a sacred duty was misunderstood by the beauty-obsessed, who mistook fallen shreds for priceless treasures.
Are flawed creations really still worth the people's adoration?
The weaver shakes her head. She seems to have forgotten something. It is precisely the flawed hero who walks ahead of the crowd, who casts a long shadow over the world and strides toward everlasting daylight. There are nevertheless people whom the weaver is willing to sew and tailor for. Her conditions are beauty, sharp as a blade, in the pursuit of beauty.
Me? I want to be showered with a thunderous ovation and lots of flowers.
A melodramatic poet speaks out,
I want to stir her emotions.
the voice of a blushing young boy.
Do I fit the bill? My sister and I are refugees from the Abyss. I want to get a pair of shoes for her.
A seated child speaks up. Next to him is a barefooted girl, staying silent with her head kept low. Unfortunately, gold threads are willful things. They are never swayed by sympathy or pity. Tense and worried looks surfaces on the young child's countenance. Specks of dirt on his face brought back memories of a past encounter.
Go.
The weaver begins.
Go to the 3 children in the city.
As messengers of Yanis, they will bring him the shoes he prays for. That went too quickly, guys! That went too quickly! Okay. Okay, we can keep on going for this one. Let's do the little girls. Those flame-chasing people. Those forgotten stories, as I've written. Alright. In a corner of Akama, a newly arrived traveler stops for a moment. He rubs his eyes.
1, 2, 3? There's 3 identical children?
The 3 children have differing smiles. One is beaming, one is a shrewd grin, and one is smiling serenely. Yet each of them look as mysterious as the other 2.
Stranger, welcome to the Holy City. We will show you the way forward.
Tribios. This name has not been mentioned for some time. Only the elderly priests of Yiannapolis know the true significance of this name.
High Priest, please guide us once again as we spread our wings on this long journey.
As music from his hometown plays, the smiling children gather around the old man. They wish that the twilight breeze will carry away all tales of sadness. The end times loom like a dark cloud, hanging over the holy city's residents and shrouding them with worry.
Hello, do you need our help?
Like torches dancing in the wind, the children illuminate the alley. They wipe away the woman's tears, babies sleep amidst whispers. On the windowsill in those in prayer, their light footsteps remain. The citizens call them,
pillars of Akama.
yet they simply shake their heads.
There's no need to be so somber. How about we play a game together? Guess who we are?
The 3 soared and landed in front of the townsfolk.
You're Trian.
An old man says.
No, we're Trinin.
Trianon is the quietest of the trio.
Are you Trinin?
A young girl asks.
Wrong. We're actually Trian.
Trian is the most spirited of the trio.
Then you must be Treeby.
The child shouts.
You're right. Good job.
Truby is as enthusiastic as she is adorable. It matters not whether they tell the trio apart. Of most importance is their sincere smiles.
We will show you the path to take.
The children fly ahead, guiding the lost back to the main road. So you literally show people the right path to take.
You're lucky. You merely took a wrong turn.
The children flew before me. It was rare to see them so quiet.
However, there are many more unfortunate souls who have lost their direction in life.
Okay. There was once a dying soldier on the battlefield who wished to say farewell to his lover in a distant city far away. The children leaned toward the soldier and said nary a word as she listened to his final words of comfort. As for the other 2 children, they were in the city, laying a bed upon which the woman was lying in eternal rest, wailing uncontrollably. Not only do the three children share each other's senses, their souls are interconnected. When one is filled with grief, the other two will burst into tears as well.
Perhaps we should tell you some happy tales instead.
The child wipes her tears away of
Our
reminiscence.
greatest talent is performing Amphorius' nursery rhymes.
But those nursery rhymes have been told over and over. Any literate child could recite them by heart.
How rude!
The child gently flicks my forehead.
You should be reflecting on the nursery rhyme author's heartfelt intentions instead.
In this lush land by God's chosen, giants raise their glasses in a toast. People commonly see the children riding on enormous flaming torches, looking like shooting stars blazing through the holy city.
How dangerous.
An old man worriedly wishes the children to stop.
Not Trinan.
The quiet child shakes her head.
That's Trian!
The exuberant child raises her hands.
Ugh, stop nagging.
The mischievous child pouts.
Can't I just play with something I've created?
Every child in the world loves to play. Trubios is no exception. Every child in the world is afraid of pain, yet Trubios tries to act tough.
Initially, there were many more of us. The others have merely gone one step ahead.
The children swore they were already adults, yet when they carelessly hit the city gate, they cried out in pain together. The tripartite prophecy is a distant ritual, and the crisis war a painful dream. Echoes of the Gate of Infinity occasionally jolt her awake, and the distant travels of her identical sisters sometimes inspire uncertainty within her. A new journey only begins when the previous one comes to an end. Despite time marching forward endlessly, the children always manage to stay true to their hearts. They are all that remains of one another, their sensors intertwined. Let's do Castorus next. Fine. Yeah, Castorus. Castorus! Twirling in fallen bloom, servant of death, Castorus. I see a sword that grants death, a shackle of destiny, next to the silver-haired girl, worshipped at Demise's hollow. The sword stained with unknown blood lies shattered and snapped, the shackle chain paled wrists dotted in thickening rust. A priest asks in a shaking voice, upon whose fingertips will the butterfly perch? The girl never answers, like death itself wreathed in silent solemnity. People often say dying is to meet the palm of the hand of shadow, and dreaming is to be brushed by their fingers a little. In mirages, when the girl petted death, she sees the black waterfalls foaming and bellow, pouring down from a chasm in the sky where solitary tower withstands torrents sallow. When she wakes, she can feel the water's freezing touch, a cacophony billow. Like a wail of the dead, the howl of beasts, in confusion, delirium, and clamors hollow. The girl's embrace is not meant for the living. Thousands have entered the eternal sleep in her arms, granting to dead solace and dignity. She mentions a ferocious warrior feared in battle.
She did not go with a smile, but to me she cursed. Oh, life's end, how ugly you are, how despicable.
And from that day on, she adorned herself. Her dress, white as a radiant moon, always dotted with flowery petals.
For if death cannot be avoided,
so says the girl,
I wish it could contain beauty more plentiful.
Among the manifold rites about death, the ones she knows with most intimacy are burial rites. One burial for unfamiliar countenance after another, wherever she presided, from the angelic visage of a babe passed in a cradle, to the despairing eyes of a mother drowning in sorrow, from scars on a war-battered general's torso, to the unending tears pouring from his bereft widow. Yet she remembers not a single living human being she's seen. Even in the mirror, she thinks her own face strange, with alien glow. In countless words buried in forgetfulness, the only thing she manages to glean is a mockery to fate, a sarcastic whistle.
Stay alive.
When she casts aside the shackles and steps beyond Idonia, a deja vu almost violently seizes her whole. Did she, perchance, conduct some previous escape? Illusions dance across her eyes. She had once drifted in an endless river, then drove her single boat out of the deluge. She had wandered in the battlefield covered in corpses, then recovered the path back to life. Why must she escape over and over? She knows the answer and quivers, for it is a ludicrous surmise. The woman embodying death walks this world, only because she must stay alive. But alas, at that time she knows not, the death is not end. I wasn't done reading! God fucking damn it! Hold on, let me go back, motherfuckers. I wasn't fucking done reading! The glorious age falls and crumbles, and even death must seek a home. She passed through Idonia, the souls wailed in her palms, yet there is no hatred in those sounds. Is glory equally priced to death? To seek this answer, she never stopped her steps. After a journey that lasted a millennium, she still does not know where her corpse should call home. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Is it this one? Because I wasn't done reading, motherfucker! Okay. That death is not the end. It is only a butterfly landing on a withered branch. Utterly meaningless, profoundly trite. Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. Alright, time for Banin, you little shithead. Okay. The Nameless Hero. In Amphorius, untitled statues are a prevalent sight. As for the inspiration behind these statues, they are said to be clay figures that Kefli made at the world's creation. They made clay figures in their likeness, bestowed upon them the breath of life, and allowed the golden divinity of their blood to course through. Thus, the very first mortals roamed the earth, received God's mercy while realizing the sorrows of this world. In front of a statue, the people of the holy city beheld a man, Phanon of Ides Elysiae. He never spoke of his origins, only using this name to nonchalantly identify himself.
That's not really his name, is it?
People cast sidelong glances at him, their minds swirling with doubt. The man merely responds with a breezy smile, neither confirming nor disapproving their speculation. Phanon is a soldier, one with divinity coursing through his veins. Responding to the Gold Weaver's rally cry, he traveled long and far to reach the holy city, eager to bring light to the hero's path.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, where life too seems as small as a speck of dust.
Ballads reached him through the breeze, as though soft voices meant for him. He responds in kind.
No matter. My existence is of little consequence.
Ides Elysiae, the man's hometown, shrouded in secrecy just like his past. Some have searched for a distant village, yet found it neither written nor passed down through song. In every nostalgic reflection, the man crafted a vision of paradise with his exquisite poetry. Yet within the ancient texts of the holy city, the history of that frontier village remains more obscure than days to come. In the far-off future, the land of Amphorius will bear the marks of the hero's footsteps. With sword in hand, the man will inscribe the eternal mark of the Chrysos epic. Yet his real name may never be heard in this world again.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey.
So, too, losing themselves at the very beginning of their journey. All right, Kevin. All right. Well, we're back. Flame Chaser's path has been lit. Well, that's just confirmation then, isn't it? Hold on. Whose symbol is that? Because this is Phagosa's. This is Telanthan. This one is probably Zagreus. Yeah, because this is Nicodor, then Thanatos, Zagreus. Menestia. Is this Cerseus? Telanthan, and this one must be Ornyx. This is Phagosa. This may be Circe's. This is probably the Skyfather, Aquila. This one is Kephali? Hold on. I had to check the Mem. Mo, I was wondering, did you used to take breaks during your travels? I believe in work-life balance. It seems Emphorius' hectic days are winding down. Why not take a moment to unwind in a bat chamber? It's really relaxing. There might not be new stories for a while. Great tales take time to craft. I'll wait patiently for these enchanting tales right here in Dreamland. You're coming back, aren't you? Thank you. Listening to Mo tell stories always brightens my day, even if it's not a daily treat. I'll always look forward to it. Until next time. Alright. Sweet. Eidolon resonance. Eidolons. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? All of them? Bro. Let's fucking go. I thought I had to do more at the fucking fountain. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let me go to that fountain real quick, because I do genuinely want to know. Vortex of Genesis. Title bounty. Navigate. Yeah, that's the coin of whimsy, Zagreus.
It's still early. Where to now?
Before I head off and do some dishes, let me check.
The taste of celestial emperor.
You fucking thirsty ass bitch. Okay. Thanks, ma'am.
Pour me a cup.
Okay. Coin of Whimsy, Hand of Shadow. Oh, this is Georius, actually. So... Georius, Phagosa, Aquila. Kephali, Menestia, Circe's. Yanis. Hold on. That's not right. Circe, Menestia, Kephali. So this is Circe's. That's the actual tree. And then Kephali, which, you know, actually makes sense given what we assumed. Also, Georius. Okay, so to be clear, we have Maide. We have the cat girl. Castorus obviously does not have Thanatos' core flame. Georius is unknown to us. Phagosa is unknown to us. Aquila, not received. Kephali's probably going to, what's his fuck? Menestia is, Aglaya. Circe's is Anaxa. This is Trebi. Telanthan. That's an interesting one. And then Ornyx. Okay. Yeah, like if we open this again. Hold on. And we check the flame chasers. The only symbol that is missing is Kephalis. And then everyone else. So Anax is going to be here, that cat girl. We don't have Talanthan yet. We don't have Orynyx, I believe. This is Georius. This is Vagosa. This one is Aquila. Let's fucking go! I remember the names! Woo! Okay. I'm gonna call it here for tonight. I will be streaming again tomorrow. It might be Minecraft. It might be Honkai Star Rail. It will depend on when the patch decides to drop and when I decide to stream. So, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for staying. I am going to call it for tonight. I have dishes to do. Goodbye. I have an card note. I always forget about it. Goodbye.